Alright you guys, so before this video starts, I wanted to say a few things. So the first thing is, I know a lot of people expected me to do a full, step-by-step video of how to swap the engine, but realistically, I really wasn't able to do it because of the time schedule that we were working with, because for the most part, after Shamar left, it was only me and my little brother doing everything. And it's hard to get everything that you're doing, like, removing the power steering lines or removing the AC lines. If I actually took the time to show every single one of those, video would have been way too long and I wouldn't have had time to finish anything. Like, the engine wouldn't have came out because that just would have taken up so much time. So I hope you guys understand that I just was not able to do like a full step-by-step video of how to take the engine out. And then the second thing is, I'm super sorry about the wind noise. I really need to buy one of those filters for the mic that cancels out the wind noise. I know I should have been bought it, but I'm slacking, I know. So I'm definitely gonna be picking one of those up when this whole swap thing is over, because it was just ridiculous. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let's get right into it. What is up, you guys? Thank you for tuning in to today's video, today's special video. As you can see, we got my man Shamar over here. We haven't seen him in a minute, but right? But what other video to bring Shamar back other than the IS300 1JZ swap? Before we get started, I'm gonna let you guys know I am sick, that's why I sound weird. And then two, I'm wearing glasses because I ran out of contacts. So that's why I have glasses on right now. But that is besides the point. Today is officially the day we're gonna get this thing started. I'm gonna split up this whole process into 3 separate videos. The first video is gonna be us taking the engine out. The second video is gonna be painting the engine bay and all that stuff. And then the third is gonna be us putting it in, me taking it to the wiring shop, to weld the intercooler piping and all that good stuff. And yeah, then we should be good. Engine should be in. And yeah, man, that's all there is to it. So I'm not trying to waste a lot of time talking, so we're just gonna hurry up and let's get started. But then again, we don't have any kind of tools out.
First thing we'll say is try to see if we can take out the crossbar or disconnect any small bolts.
True.
Anything will probably be in the way.
True.
Like, for instance, you don't want when the engine comes out that it breaks on the chassis or anything like that.
And we still gotta drain the fluids and everything. I'll get to draining the fluids and then we'll start taking out the crash bar. We're gonna be taking out the radiator also to avoid anything hitting. And yeah, then I would say before we start pulling this out, we gotta remove the headers.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. We also gotta take out the drive shaft. So, I'm not gonna be really like showing you like me taking out a bolt and stuff, like it's really unnecessary. I might show here and there, but I'm just really here to sort of walk you guys through it. I'm not gonna really show a process of me actually doing everything. It's like pretty straightforward. All right, so we got the crash bar out. Shamar's working on taking off the top radiator support. We're also gonna have to move this out the way also for the hood latch. And then yeah, I'm gonna run inside right quick so I can grab a bucket so I can come down here and then drain the coolant. All right, so Shamar got all this out. Found me a little plastic container. Start draining the fluid. Remove the radiator cap so it can flow better. All right, so now I might as well take off this MAF sensor. And this intake is actually already sold. Yeah, so right after this comes off, I'm gonna be shipping it over to California. All right, so when it comes to pulling the engine out, I have learned, especially working with Shamar, and Greg also told me about this, the best way to do it is to take the harness, unplug it from the ECU, and just flip it right over the engine. And then you don't gotta worry about, unplugging any other plugs, because it just comes out. And there you go. So now all we need to do is just undo the engine mounts and everything, and then the AC lines and all that stuff,
Let this go right up.
and then the engine comes out. That's all there is. All right, so we got the whole front end of the car out. Things are going much faster than I thought that it would go. So all we got to do right now, we got to take out the headers.
O2 sensors.
Yeah.
What else? Power cable leading down to the starter. Power steering.
Shamar, what exactly are you working on right now?
I'm just disconnecting the alternator and some other stuff.
All right. And then I guess I'll start removing the headers. So right now I got all the bolts off on the headers. One issue that we ran into is that I don't have anything to remove the O2 sensors. So I'm gonna have to wait and see if I can find a vice grip, or if Zane can come through with a vice grip, because Zane is coming. So I'm gonna try to see if he could head over here with a vice grip so we can take that off later. Right now, Shamar is just unbolting all of anything that's holding the engine.
I cut myself.
Yeah, he actually injured himself. And then we're just disconnecting any kind of hoses like the power steering and stuff like that. So yeah, this thing is almost ready to come out. Yeah, so that's the only serious pickle that we're actually. Shamar actually unhooked the O2 sensors already from the plugs. Wow, Shamar.
Yeah.
So so yeah, these headers are coming out right now.
Yeah. Well, that's how long it's gonna take you to figure it out, man.
He took it out the whole time, and I'm over here thinking like, dang, we can't take out the headers. All right, you guys, so we got the headers out. People say that this is like one of the hardest things to do when swapping the engine, but it came out pretty easy, man.
Well, that shit felt too damn easy, bro.
Came out super easy. Once you have all of the like O2 sensors unhooked, it's like pretty much straightforward. So right now, all we gotta do is unhook the engine mounts, and then this thing is coming out.
Wait, and your...
Oh yeah, and I gotta remove the slave.
Yep.
All right, yeah, because Shamar, while I was doing the headers, Shamar was unhooking all of the lines for the power steering, and he unhooked the fuel line also. And yeah, so right now we're just gonna be undoing the engine mounts, and this baby should be coming out. So let's take the hoist out of my mom's car, and yeah, we should be good. Oh, and huge shout out to IBT, Tony at Island Boy Tuning. Huge shout out to them, because last minute my plans for an engine hoist kind of fell through. So I needed an engine hoist like last night, and Tony actually came through and he let me come to the shop and borrow this for him. And then while I was there, I also picked up OEM Toyota rear main seal for the 1JZ. Since the transmission is gonna be coming off, might as well swap it out. So yeah, he came in super clutch, man. Really appreciate it. All right, so Shamar, we just put this thing, we just set it up. Shamar knows how to use this way better than I do. So yeah, that's crazy. Like, this is happening so much faster than I thought it would.
Shout out to the people who laughed at me for swapping out 6 engines in 1 hour.
So it turns out I was missing the hook, so I just grabbed this off of the 1J just so we could take this out. And I got the engine mounts unbolted on this side. Now I just gotta go to the other side. And you guys, I'm sorry if this video was like a little bit everywhere and all jumpy. It's because we're sort of on like a time limit, a time schedule. So yeah, we're trying to knock things out. After you remove the headers and then undo all of the lines and hoses, there's not really much to do after that. The engine just comes out. Now, let me just stop talking and let me go knock out the engine mount on the other side. All right, so now we need to remove the shifter.
Took off the transmission?
What?
You're gonna go under the car to unbolt the transmission?
No, the transmission's coming out with the engine.
Oh.
All right, so the shifter is out and Shamar's down there undoing the cross member.
1 hour later.
All right, so this is about an hour later. So the engine's ready to come out, right? And I just took Shamar home because Shamar had to go to work. I'm over here so we can get away from the wind noise. So basically we ran into our first issue, which is the shifter housing. It keeps on getting stuck on the transmission tunnel. But I just figured out, Tony told me exactly what to do, but I forgot. See, I undid the engine mounts on the bottom. Tony said to do the one on the exhaust side, do it from the top. And then that'll give the engine enough wiggle room to come loose. And that's exactly what just happened. Right when I undid the mount from the top, it got loose, and I think I should be able to pull it out myself. So that's what I'm gonna try to see if I could do right now. As you can see right now, the shifter housing is out and the drive shaft is also about to come out. We're about to pull the engine out right now. All right, so it turns out it was hooked on, I guess this is a ground wire. It was hooked over here and I just cut my hand on it, which sucked. All right, I'm pretty sure we got everything in. By the way, Zane is here. So yeah, we're gonna get this thing out right now. Oh, that was it? Wow. All right, so as you guys can see, we got it out. And I might sound a little flat and boring because I'm super tired. Tired as hell right now. But we got the engine out, and now I'm just gonna be separating the transmission from the engine so I can throw this onto the 1J. And I also got to take the transmission off the 1J also. So yeah, we got some work to do. So yeah, I'm just removing all these bolts from around it one by one. And the breaker bar really helps. I'm like drained right now, like I'm super tired. All right, now about the paint job. So the paint job, to like keep it short and sweet, looks like I'm not gonna be able to paint this engine bay right now. I'm gonna have to sort of do it sometime when the 1J is already in there. When it comes to the time frame that I'm working with, it's just not gonna work out. When it comes to getting the fab work done, and when it comes to getting the wiring and all that stuff, and then, you know, me being posted up here in front of the house, I got to get this engine in like super soon. But the 1J is definitely going in. I'm just not going to be able to paint it, but it's going to get painted, just not right now. All right, you guys, so right now I'm at the point where I'm just exhausted. Like I've just had it. My body is just exhausted. I cut myself on my knuckle real bad, and yeah, I'm just over this whole swap thing. Like I'm done. But I'm not done because we still have daylights. I don't want it to go to waste, so I still want to do as much as I can, but I'm just tired as hell right now, man. Like I'm out of it. So as you can see, we got the transmission off of the GE, and I'm so stupid. It's because we had one bolt stuck right here. It literally took us about, I would say 30 to 45 minutes of straight pulling and nudging and spinning and all that stuff just to try to get it out. And turns out it was just this one bolt, and that's because that bolt doesn't go in this way. It actually goes in through the back, so that's why I missed it. But yeah, we finally got it out. So right now I'm gonna be taking off the clutch and the flywheel. Hopefully we can get the 1J in the engine bay by tonight. That would be great. And then I would just leave it there, and then tomorrow I would just do the fuel pump and the return line, the fuel pressure regulator and all that stuff, and then call it a day. But yeah, so hopefully by tonight we get the 1J sitting inside the engine bay. All right, so some time passed and we got the pressure plate, clutch and flywheel off. Greg actually stopped by, but I didn't film it, and Greg actually let us borrow his impact gun, so that made things a whole lot easier for the flywheel, especially since we used Loctite on them, so that made everything so much easier. Now we have to get this pilot bearing out because I'm going to be using it again, and the way that I'm going to be getting this out is by using old-fashioned bread. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen this on YouTube before. Basically, we're just gonna stuff bread inside where the pilot bearing is, and then it's gonna pop it out. Yeah, so all we're gonna be doing, stuffing the bread inside there. Get a bolt to push it in, and then eventually, when it gets full, it's gonna push the pilot bearing out. Sucks this is how you got to do it. I mean, you don't have to, but this is the easiest way that I can do it since I have a tool, because I really don't like wasting food, but hey, when you got a 1J, you gotta make sacrifices. There you go.
Make sure it's up.
Bearing is out. Woo.
The next day.
All right, you guys, so today is the next day. Friggin', I am sore as hell. I'm tired as hell. I'm just out of it. I'm sore, I'm tired. Yesterday was a super long day. but we got a lot done. You guys didn't miss much since I shut off the camera, but let me show you guys what I got done. So basically, after I shut off the camera and then stopped filming, all we did was take the clutch kit off of the GE motor and we threw it onto the 1J, and then we just hooked up the transmission, so now the engine's ready to be dropped in. I didn't think I really needed to show this since I've already showed you guys how to do all that when I did the manual swap. But yeah, so after I shut off the camera, that's all we did. All we did was just hook up the manual transmission to the engine, and that's it. For the rest of yesterday, it was just me and my little brother working the whole time. Nobody else showed up except for Greg, and Greg actually let me borrow his impact, so that was a huge help. I wouldn't have been able to remove those flywheel bolts out of the GE. Me and my little brother, we just like toughened it out for the rest of the night, and we managed to get the tranny on. So next video, which is part 2, we'll be dropping the motor in and we'll be doing the fuel system, and then the engine should be ready to be taken to get the fab work done, and then after that is going to be wiring. So that's what we're going to be doing next video, and yeah, you guys just stay tuned. I would say that the 1J swap is like halfway over. I can't wait until it's over because I want to drive this car so bad, man. But yeah, man, so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys for the next one. I'm out.
Money was coming slow, dreams they seem far. Here you won't make it from niggas who fell off. Goals they kept calling, so I had to pick up. If I wanna get paid, I gotta work hard, shine bright, day or night. HD, vision right, homie, we ain't dropping no names. Straight bombs plus flames, that's the HD experience. Thinking there's a better vision, it's funny. Eddie Murphy delirious.